Instead of that, we're going to have external. So we're going to send some information to it that tells it when to work, basically. So I've got something specifically set up for that. Instead of using the kick and snare, I've got a sidechain trigger that I bounced out called Sidechain Transient. So basically, this is just a really short piece of audio that allows my compressor to act really quickly. So if you were using the snare, for instance, that whole shape would be taken into account. So the compressor would start here and it would end, depending on the threshold, somewhere over here. But I don't want that. I want it to happen for a really short amount of time. So we just kind of want to be sidechaining for this transient bit, the loudest part of the drum, this bit here. Okay, so in order to do that, I've created a really short transient, which sounds like this, but we're never actually going to hear it in the tune, so it doesn't really matter what it sounds like. It's just a cue, really. So I'm going to match the drum rhythm with this transient. So the drum rhythm goes like this. So the transient rhythm goes like this. Okay, and again, I said we're not going to be hearing that. So I've turned the sidechain enable on Pro C, and instead of going to the output, it's going to go to that sidechain there. So now this is telling this when to duck. So let's get everything sent to the sidechain group. So all this business wants to go there. So if I quick link and then sidechain group. Okay, so well, that didn't work. Quick link. There you go. Okay, so now this group should have all the audio apart from the kick and snare, which I'd say it does. Let's turn on the sidechain group, sidechain trigger. As you can see now, the trigger is ducking. Cool. So we've got it on the quickest settings possible, so it's just reacting just around that. Let's bring the kick and snare back in. Of course, it's a bit distorted. If you leave auto on, it's going to boost the gain after the compressor, which is why it's distorting so badly. So we'll take that off. Actually, not going to send the kick bottoms to the sidechain group. We're going to have that coming straight out. So now you can hear the kick and snare transients popping through really nicely. I think the bass line's got a little too much up in here. Let's just bring the kicks together again. So let's look at the shapes we've got in the different tunes here. I'm not going to pretend this sounds as good as that, because it simply doesn't. We've only been working on it for 20 minutes or so.